back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a updated Q&A, and I've been trying to gather some questions around, that way I can go ahead and answer them for you guys. You guys always ask me questions about different kind of stuff, so I figured I would just make a full-on video answering all the questions. So we are going to go ahead and film that today. And if you can't notice, I did go ahead and dye my hair again. I'm actually obsessed with it. The only thing I don't like right now is like whenever I put my hair up in a bun, but it's kind of good because it prevents me from putting my hair up in a bun, because I feel like my roots are so dark and then my ends are like, you know, so much lighter. It's almost like white, so I feel like it just looks like I haven't dyed my hair in a really long time whenever I put my hair in a bun. But like I said, it just prevents me from putting my hair in a bun, so that is actually kind of good. But if you can tell, like the bottom is like super blonde, like almost like platinum. I'm obsessed with it. I love how it looks curled. Actually, I do have different questions. Some are from Snapchat, some are from Instagram, but a lot of them are actually from YouTube. But I'm going to go through the Instagram ones first because I actually only have 2 questions, I believe. This is from Summer, so if you're watching this, hey girl. Did you edit your pictures? If so, what apps do you use? Now, I actually get this question a lot, so I wanted to kind of just talk about this question, and I do plan on like eventually doing a full-on video. It's just I do not know how to do the whole screen recording thing. Like, I'm not that talented, or all the apps that I have for editing. But to be honest, I only use 2 apps, and it's funny because I have literally like I have 21 apps that I have for video editing, and I only use 2. I know it's super funny, but I don't know, I just stick to these 2 apps because I really love them. Like, haven't seen my Instagram, a lot of my pictures kind of look very bright, colorful, and really like high definition. To be honest, I do use a camera for all my Instagram pictures. I don't ever use my iPhone just because I just feel like my camera is so much better quality. I personally love it for like on-the-go pictures because you can Wi-Fi the pictures to your phone, so that's what I actually do. I'm actually going to show you guys the camera. So this is the camera. It is black, but I added this pink cover on it from Amazon. This is one of my favorite cameras to take any kind of selfie or just any kind of Instagram picture, especially if you're on the go. I took this with me to California just to take pictures, and I just never regret bringing this camera along. Flip up screen, so it makes it super easy to just kind of, you know, take your selfie, look at yourself, angle yourself, and like I said, you can Wi-Fi the pictures to your phone, so that's actually what I do. And I just take the picture and then I will go ahead and like put it into my gallery, edit it. I just brighten up the brightness, do the saturation a little bit, and sharpen it, and that's pretty much it. That's all I do to my pictures. I like my pictures to look very natural and not over edited, because I feel like some people just over edit the pictures way too much and then they look like Play-Doh faces, and it's not cute. Like, you can't really see the true image that you're trying to put on Instagram. I don't know, that's just my opinion. I do photography on the side, so that is why I like to keep my pictures very natural, because I feel like if it's over edited, overexposed, it just kind of looks kind of fake, and you could just definitely tell. Like, a picture is supposed to look very natural, like you just took that picture and uploaded it, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to look like, you know, you added so much stuff to it or you changed it. It's supposed to look very natural. So that is the kind of image that I mainly like to keep when it comes to my Instagram. So the 2 apps that I do use is Vizio, so it's VSCO, and I believe you can get this for Android and iOS, but I'm not 100% sure because I've only ever had iPhone, so you can definitely check to see if it's on your app store. That way you can download it. And then I do use Facetune, and Facetune I mainly use for just sharpening up certain stuff. Like, for instance, if I took a picture right now, I would just like sharpen my hair a little bit, and then my earrings. I really like my jewelry to pop in pictures because I think it just looks very pretty and like, I don't know, just like glam. So I like certain stuff to pop. Ask, where did you get your hair done? Now, if you guys don't know, I did make a full-on video whenever I first dyed my hair ever. I was actually a natural redhead, if you guys didn't know, and I was so scared of dyeing my hair for years because I was just scared of the person doing it, I guess. So I actually went to one of my high school friends. Her name is Amanda, and she does work inside of her mom's salon. They actually own the salon together. Her the first time, and if you guys remember when I made that video talking about, like, you know, why I dyed it, what made me want to dye it, and I actually vlogged it as well. I did you know, vlog it, and I was very nervous. But once she did my hair the first time, I was like, okay, I'm always gonna go back to her because I love how she takes her time with, you know, doing hair, especially when it comes to dyeing it. She actually styles it right afterwards, and I like how she promotes every single person that she, you know, does, because different people have different skin tones and, you know, different face shapes, so their hair looks constantly different on different people, different lengths. I'll put her Facebook page down below, that way you guys can check her out, her work. And if you do like her work and want to go to her and you are located in San Antonio, then you can definitely go to her, tell her I sent you. But yeah, she's the one that does my hair. Amazing work. Okay, so somebody asked, are you Mexican, Hispanic? If you are Mexican, what part? So this is kind of like a question that I've never actually like talked about, but it's kind of funny because my dad is Mexican, but I don't know what part, to be honest. Like I just don't know. Mom is Italian and Greek, so yeah, I'm kind of like mixed Italian and Greek, and then I also am Hispanic. A lot of you probably didn't know that I have any kind of Mexican in. A lot of people actually do tell me that I have a Hispanic accent, which I don't personally hear it whenever I talk, or like whenever I look back at my videos. I never really see that part, but I do feel like I have an accent. I just don't know what accent. Maybe it's more like a Texan accent. I don't really know, but I've lived in Texas all my life, so that's probably why. Somebody named Saray asked, when are you coming to Vegas to do a meet and greet? And oh my god, I don't even know. Like, to be honest, I'm so scared of the day that I'm going to do my first meet and greet. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like, especially if it's in like just a random area that's not supervised, I feel like I would just get like so nervous of like the outcome of it. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't really know when I'm gonna ever do my first meet and greet. I feel like I'm not that big on YouTube to fully say like, oh, like at least like 500 people are gonna come, or 600 or 20 people, you know. Like, I'm not at that level where I feel like I would be able to get a lot out of a meet and greet. I just feel like people wouldn't show up, and that's another thing that I'm actually scared of doing my first meet and greet, is like people not showing up and me just standing there like an idiot. I have been to a couple of beauty events, and I have met a couple of my subscribers through going to beauty events, and I've also met other influencers that also recognize me too, so it's pretty cool. But that is like mainly the only way that you will ever probably meet me, unless you live, you know, somewhere in San Antonio and you see me out. That's probably the only way that you'll ever meet me, is, you know, through an event. Question she also asked was, how long were you and your boyfriend together before you guys moved in together? So we have actually been together a whole year and 4 months now. We moved in together. We got together in April, May, June, July, August. Okay, so we were together for 4 months before we moved in together, which I know is super soon. I just feel like sometimes it's a lot better to move in with your partner before you even marry them, because you could marry them, never live with them, and you could totally hate living with each other. Like, you can get along, but once you live together, it's like a whole different scenario. I just have always heard that it's better to live with a person before you marry them and then move in. I just feel like you get to know each other better, you get to know each other's habits. So yeah, we were together for about 4 months before we moved in together, and now it feels like I've been here forever. Like, I don't know, it's almost gonna be a year in August since I've been here, and it feels like I've always lived here. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And we actually have a cat together now, and she's part of our little home. So yeah, it went by pretty fast. Okay, so Barbie Catherine asks, Lexi, I would love to know if you incorporate certain foods, drinks, or other supplements in your diet which contribute to the beauty of your skin and hair. Please share your secrets. Even very close up, your skin and hair looks so healthy. So basically, I don't really know what's kind of like changed my skin, to be honest, because when I was in high school, I had horrible skin, you guys. I had acne prone skin, and it really didn't start to really get bad until after I graduated. Like, I had, you know, cystic acne all on my chin. I've talked about this before, but I've had, you know, the cystic acne where it almost went down my neck, which is crazy. Like, I was so scared that I was gonna stay with that kind of skin forever. I just recently started a fitness journey where I do eat a little bit cleaner than I normally do, but I feel like that's not really what's changed my skin, because I just started this and my skin has been pretty healthy. I want to say for the last maybe year, and it's honestly because of the skincare products I've been using. I feel like I've actually been wanting to film a full skincare routine, but it's taken me such a long time to actually fully commit to doing the same regimen night and day, to see if like the products actually work, and also like I want to film like showing the product. I feel like I just need, you know, either Ricardo or somebody, or like a good space to actually film inside the bathroom showing how I do my skincare routine. And I just want to show you guys a little bit of what I use, that way you guys can maybe go out and purchase it and see how you like it. The first thing that I actually use before I even wash my face or anything, I use this Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. Removes makeup. This is for all skin types, even sensitive skin. I do get the pink one, not just because it's pink, but because it is for sensitive skin. And I feel like with people that usually have texture on their skin or acne prone skin, it's usually because they're sensitive to scent, and usually that's what causes you to have like a little bit of a rash, or you know, acne or whatever. So I actually use this, like if I was going to take off my makeup right now, I would just pour this on a little cotton round, put it on my face, and then it just, you know, takes off all the makeup. So that's what I use to remove the makeup. Now that's not the only step I do. I don't, you know, use this and then go to bed. I do definitely have to make sure that all the makeup's off. I like to use something that's actually going to cleanse the skin this time, because I feel like people would just like go in the comments like judging me for using this, but this is like super cheap for one, and I've been using it for the past I want to say like year, 2 years now, and it was funny because whenever I first started using this, I didn't think it was gonna work, because I used to use this like back in the day, and I noticed that like whenever I would use it back in the day, my skin was like more healthy. So this is actually what I use. I know it just looks like a random bar of soap, but this is actually Ivory soap, so that's what it says on here. This is actually a brand new one, but I do have the, you know, 12 pack or whatever it comes in, and I keep it like in a little case on top of the sink, and then I also use it in the shower. Whenever I shower, I do cleanse my face, and then whenever I remove my makeup with this, I also go in and cleanse my face with this. So like I said, this is Ivory soap. You can pretty much get it anywhere at any grocery store. I do get mine at H-E-B and Walmart. I've noticed that Walmart, I think, is the one that carries the 12 pack. I know that this is like a healing soap that you're supposed to use whenever you have stitches, or whenever you have like an open wound or something like that. I've heard that this is really good to heal it, because it like dries it out, but at the same time it moisturizes it, and I feel like that's what it's doing for my skin. I feel like it heals my pores. It takes out, you know, all the impurities that I have, but it also helps moisturize the skin at the same time. Like whenever I use this, I don't feel like my skin's super dry, even though you think that, you know, using a bar soap would make your skin drier, just because the toner is going to get off any extra dirt and oil. It's also going to help with the pores. So this is the one that I've been using, and this is actually my 3rd bottle, and I'm about to be out of this. So this is actually the Dixon Original Witch Hazel Pore Refining Toner, and I did mention this in a favorites video a couple of favorites videos back, but I always heard that witch hazel was really good for people that have sensitive skin and acne prone skin, because it actually clears out the pores, and it helps like kill any bacteria that's underneath the skin, like in your pores, like clogged pores and stuff. So this is 100% natural actually, and I do get this from H-E-B. The thing that I feel like has really just changed my skin tone especially is my Estee Lauder Perfectionist Pro serum. Like, oh my god, this has changed my life, and I'm actually out of it, which is super sad, but I do plan on getting another one. They do have 2 sizes to this. The 1 fluid ounce is, I believe, $68, and then the 1.7 ounce is $98, which I know is super expensive for a little bottle that's like a serum that you're going to use up. But honestly, you guys, it's a miracle in a bottle. Like, it's cleared my skin so much, and I talked about this several times in my Get Ready With Me and my makeup tutorials. This product is kind of new in my skincare regimen. This is something that I just started using not that long ago, but I have been obsessed with it. I've started using this about 2 months ago, I want to say, but this is the Purity Made Simple Moisturizer. Now my work actually carries this brand, and I did get the little tiny sample for $5, and I was like, you know what, I really want a moisturizer that's going to kind of be a moisturizer that is going to just hydrate the skin but not make it over oily. And I feel like the moisturizer that I was using was just, you know, for oil free, and it wasn't hydrating enough. So I really wanted something that was going to hydrate but not make me oily. And I feel like this is good because this is actually for all skin types, so it kind of knows what your skin needs, in other words. So I tried out the sample. I actually loved it. And then I was actually reading the back of the bottle and the box that it actually came in, and it actually over time helps with pores, minimizing them. And I was like, you know what, it's kind of weird because every single time that I do use this, I feel like whenever I put my makeup on, my pores do look smaller, and it's not because of the pore minimizer that I'm using, because I've actually forgotten to use the pore minimizer on some days, and I use my moisturizer and it looks like I used a pore minimizer. This isn't like a skincare routine, but I just really wanted to talk about these products since she asked. So this is something that I really recommend you guys to start taking if you are wanting to clear your skin or just have better skin. I feel like this is something else that's really helped my skin. So this is the Natural Biotin Hair, Skin and Nails Gummies with biotin. And it says new improved taste, and these come with 130 gummies. So it's a huge bottle. I don't even know how big this bottle is, but to be honest, I get them on Amazon because they are a lot cheaper. This whole entire thing with 230 gummies was, I believe, $14-15, something like that, when in stores this is like $25, which is crazy. They do have the little tiny ones at grocery stores and drugstores, but like I said, just feel like it's a better buy to buy it on Amazon because it comes with way more. And I've been taking these for about 3 months now, and I still have, you know, plenty in here. I'm almost actually out though, but I do have like several in here. The only thing I hate is that they like get stuck in there and I have to like kind of like get it out. But I haven't, to be honest, noticed a difference. Like, I've always had a hard time with my hair always falling out. Like, I can brush my hair and like 80 strands will come out, which is so weird. And my hair's always been dry even before I dyed it, and I had, you know, natural hair. I would never put heat on it. It was just always dry. So that part, I haven't really noticed it making a huge difference. Nails have grown faster whenever I had started taking these. My nails before I started taking these would grow fast, but now they like grow faster. Like, it's crazy because I just got my nails done Friday and it's already been a week, and I feel like I already need to fill. Like, it's horrible. That's the only thing I don't like about these vitamins is making my nails feel so long. So many people hooked on these. I always talk about them on Snapchat, and I just love them, and they taste good. Like, I actually forgot to take some this morning, so I actually need to take some, and they're pretty good. Like, I could eat these as a snack, to be honest. Like, they're the strawberry flavor. I don't know if there's any other flavors, to be honest, but the strawberry flavor is pretty good. And I forgot to mention, you're supposed to take 2 a day, morning and night, but I just take 2 of them in the morning because if not, I'll forget. So I just take 2 in the morning. The next question is from Alexis Morgan. I hope I'm saying that right. It says, do you do makeup on the side as a business? How did you build a client if so? So if you guys don't know this about me, I've been doing freelance work for about 5 years, something like that. I did start doing makeup 8 years ago, but I fully had my business or started freelancing and stuff like that about around 6 years ago. So basically, I didn't really start freelancing until I started, you know, working at Estee Lauder. That's when I started to kind of build clientele, build relationships with people that, you know, also live in the same town that I do. And I do get questions on like, hey, do you do makeup for weddings and hair and stuff, photography? I actually started photography before I even started freelancing, so that's when I kind of just added that service into my business, because I would get questions like, do you also do makeup? Because they would see, you know, me doing makeup on myself and they wanted me to do their makeup or whatever for certain occasions. So I started just doing photography, and then after a while I threw in the makeup portion. Well, actually I threw in the hair portion before I threw in the makeup portion. I started doing hair along with photography, and then after that I started doing photography, hair, and makeup. And like I said, I've been doing that around 5 years. So basically building clientele is actually just really plain and simple. Like, the only thing that will help you is obviously now social media, but the main thing is word of mouth. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, word of mouth is so important, because I feel like it's definitely gotten me a lot of clientele. Like, I've done several people for like quinces and stuff, and they will recommend me to like their friends or their friends' daughters or whatever, and that's how I pretty much have, you know, people for prom, people for the festival that goes on in our town, for weddings and stuff like that. Recently though, I just started my own website, which has been such a like good thing for me, because I feel like it's helped me so much. Like, whenever you have a website for your clients to go to, it's just more organized, and it also kind of gives a little bit about you. It shows your work. It has everything in one place, which is something that I really like. So when I did create my website, I made sure that I had, you know, my freelance work for, you know, my portfolio, and then I also made sure that I have, you know, some of my YouTube videos on there, so they can see how I do makeup on myself and makeup on others, and also like get to know me better and know like how I am as a person, I guess. So I also incorporated that all into my website, and I feel like, again, that's really helped. So actually a lot of people have, you know, typed into Google, you know, makeup artists in our certain town, and they found me that way, which is also really good. It's another way to kind of get yourself out there, get your website out there. And also like Facebook. I feel like Facebook is such a huge thing. So another huge thing is, I feel like making business cards is also really important. I feel like without business cards, I would have never been able to have the clientele that I do now, because whenever I'm out in public, or I see somebody that, you know, might need, you know, weddings or whatever, whenever I do freelance work, and some of their families there, I like to hand out my cards or leave my cards there. Next question is from Life of Janice, and she asks, is it hard to build up a YouTube channel? Now, I've been on YouTube for about as long as I've had my freelance business, I want to say. Yeah, so it's almost going to be about 6 years now. Yeah, so I have been on YouTube for 6 years, and I know 6 years seems like such a long time, but it's honestly so time consuming, you guys. Like, some people think that they could just make, you know, their first YouTube video and they're gonna get like 5 million views on it. Like, it doesn't work out that way. Some people get lucky enough for that to happen, and some people don't. Like, it's just something that kind of has to do with, again, word of mouth. Like, if you have really good connections and you're friends with people that have already grown and are super successful, and they keep shouting you out, yeah, you're gonna grow faster. But it also comes down to how much work you put into your YouTube channel. Whenever I first started my YouTube channel, I didn't really have like a set schedule, and whenever I did make that set schedule a while back, I did feel like my my audience was growing a little bit faster than it was before. So that is something that I would say is really important, is consistency and making some type of schedule. Also too is like your social media is really important. Like, you advertising your YouTube channel constantly on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. I feel like that's really helpful. That is some way that you can build it, but to be honest, it's really time consuming, and it takes a long time to build up a good audience. Like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years, and I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers, which is crazy, because I feel like each year I just grow 1,000, which is fine. I don't really care about the numbers, but yeah, it's very time consuming. And like I said, people think that you could just, you know, sit down, make a YouTube video, and you're gonna be YouTube famous, which is definitely not the case. Also, a lot of things that come with it is expense. I feel like expense is a huge one, because a lot of this stuff that I do have, I've taken as long as I've started my YouTube channel to have these things, like the camera that I film with, the lighting, you know, the room, stuff like that. It takes a lot of time to get it perfect. Like, to be honest, it takes a long time to especially get your lighting and editing and the computer and the editing program. Like, it's just so much money, you guys. But it's something that I love doing, and it's something that I enjoy, and it helps me de-stress sometimes. Next question is from Ashley, and she said, I like your car vlogs. What kind of car do you drive? House tour / glam room tour. So thank you so much for liking my car vlogs. I actually do want to do more car vlogs, but you guys need to help me find some kind of mount to put on my dash, because I'm having still an issue with that, and it's been like forever since I've actually found a mount that can go to my camera and not fall off the dash. But yeah, I do like doing car vlogs. I think they're super fun as well. She asked, what kind of car do you drive? So I actually have a Sonic. I always get it confused with a 2013 or 2014. I believe it's a 2013, and it's a Sonic turbo hatchback. And if you guys don't know what that looks like, I will show you really quick what it looks like. I'm trying to show you on my phone real quick what it looks like. It's all blacked out windows, wheels, everything's pretty much blacked out. Of course, in this picture that I took, the lights in the back, they were red at the time, but I did black those out, so they are a lot darker now. So like everything's just like murdered out, which I really enjoy. I've always liked a black car, like just black everything. I just think it looks so nice. I actually want to do more stuff to it though. I want to kind of lower it and maybe put exhaust on it. I don't know when, but I do want to eventually do that, just so it could look a little nicer too, and a little bit more sporty. I've always really liked sports cars, but to be honest, like I feel like I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't have good luck with a sports car. But I do eventually want to get like an STI. I have talked about this on my channel before, but that is what I drive. I do really like it though, because it's very compact. And I've always liked a small car. Like I'm definitely not a truck person or a van person or SUV person. And I guess the main reason is because whenever I first started driving, I started to learn how to drive on a very small car. So it kind of reminds me of whenever I started first driving, and I just like it because it's like, it's big enough, but it's big enough for me, if that makes sense. But it kind of sucks whenever I have to go with other people, like whenever I go into town with my mom or whatever, and we take my niece and then her and then my brother. I feel like it's not enough room, and I do wish that I had a bigger car for those times. Tour probably not anytime soon, to be honest, just because we have a lot of remodeling to do. Glam room tour, I do eventually want to do like a tour of this whole entire room, because I have kind of personalized it to my own. And the one thing that I will say that I don't want to film right now is because of the carpet. The carpet, I do want to change it. I'm going to change it to hardwood floors kind of, but a little bit not as bulky as that would be. I don't know how to explain it, but I do eventually want to change the floor. That way it can, you know, it can be brighter down there too, so that I can have more lighting. I do want to paint the ceiling so it's brighter. And that's pretty much it. I mean, we painted this room, or not painted it, but we adjusted the walls and everything, so it is a lot brighter in here. Yes, the glam room tour is coming soon, as well as the vanity tour. I just need to get it organized because it's a hot mess right now. But yeah, those videos will definitely be coming soon. So Mia asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? How are your long-term goals? How did you and your boyfriend meet? And who is your favorite YouTubers? Okay, so the first question oh, and then she said, love you girl, XOXO. So love you too. Thank you for watching. So the first question she asked is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I've answered this before, but I feel like every time you guys ask me this, it kind of changes, especially whenever the years go on, because different stuff happens, and you can't really play out your 5-year span without something changing it, you know what I mean? Because something can happen tomorrow and it could completely change your plans of life. In 5 years, I want to definitely have my own studio, some type of, you know, building or studio or lounge, as you can say, with, you know, my YouTube name on it, or my business name, Lexi's Beauty Lounge. And hopefully that will be the place wherever I can do my makeup, my hair, and my photography for my clients. That is like one of my main goals, is to have that, and I'm working towards that. I just don't really know where to start, and I don't know what area I want to open up in yet, but that's definitely something that I could see myself doing in 5 years. And I would say that that's the biggest and most important thing to me. So yeah, definitely that in 5 years. Goals definitely have to do with my career, of course. Definitely long term is I definitely want to have some kind of makeup line. Hopefully, like, I can have my makeup line and also promote that whenever I have my beauty lounge, and I could just, you know, put my products on my clients and then them purchase it. I think that would be so cool if I just like had my own display in my own lounge, as you can say. I think that would be so cool with like lashes and foundations and lipsticks, like my whole entire line. But who knows when that will happen, if that will happen later or sooner, you never really could tell. But that is definitely one of the long-term goals. Another one is I definitely want to see something with my YouTube channel, like either, you know, go on a business trip or just be able to talk on a panel for a YouTube event, something along the lines of that, or just like be able to do like a celebrities makeup, like how everybody's doing Kim Kardashian's makeup, and that would be so cool. But the person that I would love to do her makeup would be Carrie Underwood or Ariana Grande. Like, those are my two favorite singers, so either of them I would be happy. But I think I would like to do Carrie Underwood's makeup a little bit more, because I've noticed that in her music videos and stuff, like, she has a very fresh face, and I feel like I just want to put lashes on her and like a wing liner and some balm highlight. I feel like she would just look so beautiful, but then again, she doesn't really need it because she's already pretty. So I don't know, I would really like to do her makeup, but I feel like Ariana Grande is already like dipped into that makeup world, you know what I mean? Because I always see her wearing highlight and wings, and I don't know, she just has like a really pretty face as well, and I don't know, I would love to do any other makeup. Or I would really, like, this has always been one of my dreams too, is like I would love to be on that show What Not to Wear, wherever like they go to New York City, they pick somebody, they change their wardrobe and show them how to dress for certain things, and then they also do like a full-on transformation wherever they change their hair, cut their hair, dye their hair, and then they do the makeup portion. I would love to be on that show. But I don't know if that show still comes on, to be honest. But that has always been one of my dreams too, like back in the day. This was, how did you and your boyfriend meet? So I actually talked about this whenever we first got together, and it's actually kind of a funny story, and we are trying to plan a video where we can fully talk about, you know, how we met and stuff like that, what our first thoughts were of each other. But we haven't really gotten around to doing that just because he works, and I don't know, he's kind of camera shy too, so I'm trying to convince him to do a video with me. But if you guys don't know, how we met is like my best friend and his best friend got together. Well, actually, scratch all that. Before that, me and my best friend would hang out, and she would hang out with his sister, her boyfriend's sister, and then so we all started hanging out. And then I would see Ricardo come around, and he tried talking to me at one point, but this was when I was going through a really crappy time. Felt like he didn't like me, I didn't like him, and we just never like really could click. I feel like I always like had that like standoff like attitude towards him. I don't really know why. I don't know if it's just because I was just in that like stage where I was like, I'm not gonna give anybody a chance, and I'm not gonna go into that, you know, relationship stage anymore, or what it was. But I just feel like I was just kind of in my own world, just trying to focus on other things than being in a relationship. So whenever we would all hang out as a group, I feel like he would try talking to me, and I would just kind of like, you know, whatever. I would honestly ignore him a lot of the times, and then it didn't like start to like fully us talk to each other until he asked me to do his eyebrows one time, and it was like so random. He just messaged me on Instagram. He's like, hey, can you do my eyebrows? And I was like, oh god, what does this guy want now, you know? So then I was like, you know what, let me just give him a chance, like let me just at least talk to him, see what he's about. And then like he came to my work, and I did his eyebrows, and like immediately we just like clicked. We started talking about drones and just like, I don't know, just all this random stuff. And then after that we started talking on Instagram a lot, and then we kind of got each other's numbers, and that's pretty much how it took off. But then my best friend got with his best friend, and then we got together. So that's how it went. That's how it went down. Next question is, what are your favorite YouTubers? Now, I watch so many people, you guys. Like, if you guys were to look at my subscriptions right now, it's it's ridiculous. Like, I follow over like 3,000 people. Like, it's not even funny on YouTube. Do I watch all their videos every single day? No, definitely not. I do have my favorites, and I do mainly watch the videos that I feel like stand out to, you know, my subscription. A lot of different content on YouTube too. Like, I watch, you know, people that just do hair videos. I watch people that just do makeup and beauty, and then I have recently been into people that do fitness and incorporate fitness into their channels. What else do I like? I like a lot of car videos too. I don't know, I just like so many different stuff, but I guess the main people that I do watch is obviously beauty and lifestyle and fitness, and I do watch vloggers as well. I forgot to mention that. So one of my favorite YouTubers that is like at the top of the list would have to be SLMISSGLAM, and I'm not just saying that because we are very similar and our aesthetic is kind of similar as well, but I feel like her content is just like so relatable. Like, I just love her as a person, to be honest, and I've mentioned this before, but I did get the chance to meet her whenever I went to San Francisco, and she was just such a sweet person, and we've actually talked before I even met her. Talked to her before I even met her at San Francisco Generation Beauty. I really liked her brushes that she had created, and I had ordered some for my mom, and then something happened with the package, so I had to reach out to her, and then I don't know how she ended up knowing that I also have a YouTube channel. I don't really remember, to be honest, but then she started to subscribe to me. She started commenting on my videos. I started to subscribe to her and comment on her videos, because at the time I didn't know that she did YouTube. I just thought she had an Instagram page and did what's it called, makeup brushes, and, you know, had her own brand. So then I started to connect that way, and then whenever I told her, like, you know, one day I'm gonna meet you, because she's from Canada too, so I thought that I was never gonna be able to meet her, because I'm like, when am I ever gonna go to Canada, you know? But she did have her own booth at Generation Beauty, which was so much fun, I feel like. And she gave me a lot of goodies. I got to try a lot of her stuff, and still to this day I use her beauty blenders, I use her brushes every single day, and she has some of the most amazing products, you guys. And her brush books are so cute too. I actually have one displayed right there. But yeah, she is one of my favorite YouTubers. Like, I just love her. I love all the videos she puts out, and now she's actually having twins, and I don't know, I'm just super happy for her, and I feel like I could just relate to her and like her videos a lot more because I've met her and I know what kind of person she is, and she's super down to earth. Like, I could stay and talk to her for hours because we're just like so similar. So I have really been enjoying Amy Macedo, and it's funny because I actually knew of her sister before I knew of her, and the main reason is because her sister actually made my business cards whenever I first started out my YouTube channel, because I didn't know how to do it, obviously. But so her sister made my YouTube business cards, and then I would follow her sister on Instagram to know about her work, and then I started following Amy, and I really love Amy as a person too, because I feel like she's just so raw. Like, she talks about anything and everything, and I love her fitness journey that she's on because it's actually helped me be inspired as well. And I just like how she just has a positive way of looking at different things, which is nice because a lot of people don't really talk about, you know, certain stuff on YouTube, and I feel like she's just very open. Her sister as well, like them two, I can stay and watch both of their videos for hours. Her sister does more vlog styles, Stephanie Macedo, if you guys are interested. I will link both of their channels down below, by the way, if you have never heard of them. But Amy does more lifestyle, beauty, definitely more beauty. So those are all of the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I'm going to try to cut it down to as short as possible because I know you guys don't want to watch a 30-minute video of me rambling. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions that I didn't get to answer or anything, then just leave them down below and I will make sure to answer them and get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I also wanted to say thank you for the amount of love that I got on my last video. Like, you guys had me in tears, to be honest, and I'm super grateful for the support that I've been getting, and I really appreciate you guys watching my video and just encouraging me to do better and be better. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.